What's good, everybody? This is your girl Natalie Diane. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, and welcome if you are new here. If you are new here, please make sure you like and comment and subscribe to my channel because why not? Here we are getting our mind right, our body right, and our soul right. So if that's what you're into, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, let's get into this topic, period. Okay, so as y'all know, I am definitely not into long intros. So we definitely finna go ahead and get into this video. But I just wanted to check on my people, see how y'all was doing, because I don't want y'all to think that I am rushing. But it's just, I'm the type of person that knows I don't like long intros. And I know it's so many other people out there that just like to get straight to the point. However, I do hope y'all having a blessed one. I hope y'all lit. I hope y'all having a beautiful day no matter what time of the day you're watching this video, because I know I am. And I know y'all probably asking, why is she so dolled up? We gonna soon find out. I know y'all probably don't care, but that's besides the point. Okay, so y'all, as so many people know, well, I don't really know if a lot of people know this, but the people that's really, really close to me know that I have been going through this healing journey for quite some time now. Okay. And honestly, I feel like I'm in such a better place. I can actually speak to people about it. That's what we love to hear, right? So, today we're going to talk about boundaries and how important boundaries are for friends and for family. Y'all, especially family. Okay. And the reason why I said especially family is because we tend to turn the blind eye to family because they're family. Do not do that. Okay? Just because they family don't mean they get a pass. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, family is your family, but also they need to be put in line sometimes too. Okay? We just gonna keep it 100 in this video because one got time to play. Okay? Let me tell y'all why boundaries are so important. Boundaries are important because it sets up some sort of protection for you. A lot of us tend to say yes or tend to do things that we really don't want to do because we don't want to disappoint somebody else. But it's like you saying yes to one thing is you saying no to yourself, whatever that may be. You saying yes to going out with your friends is you saying no to studying. You saying yes to going on a date is you saying no to actually taking care of yourself when you need to take care of yourself. You saying yes to everything and everybody else is in a sense of you not choosing yourself. And I'm not saying just go around blurting no all the time, but in a sense we need to practice no, and we need to understand no is what a full freaking sentence. Stop explaining yourself to folks. Period. Like, if you tell somebody no and they be like, why? Just say, because I said no. Like, you know how when we was growing up and our parents told us we couldn't do a certain thing and we was like, why? Because I said so. No is a full sentence and it doesn't deserve an explanation. Overall, I feel like a lot of us, we tend to do a lot of things that we don't want to do, right? And I heard this thing in this podcast, and it said, and I forgot what podcast it was, but I heard something in the podcast, and she said, if it's not a full body yes, it's a no. If that don't touch you the way it touched me, you need to wake up, okay? If it's not a full body yes, which means if my entire body isn't feeling it, it's a no. And that may seem a little extreme, but at the end of the day, if it's any part of me that's like, no, it's a no. Period. If I just don't feel like doing it, it's a no. If I don't feel like doing this, it's a no. And that's setting up boundaries. You have to choose yourself. And I think this is so important, especially to my single friends. Like, don't get me wrong, boundaries are important just all around. But I feel like you can practice it a lot more when you're single because you really don't have anybody else to answer to. When you're already in a relationship or you're already so used to doing this and doing that, like, it's kind of harder to set those boundaries when you allow people to do certain things already. Even with that, it's like, yeah, they may have gotten away with it before, but now you set those boundaries in place and they're not going to get away with it anymore. And also, boundaries are not just for other people, boundaries are for yourself as well. Like, boundaries allow you, in my opinion, to keep promises to yourself. The reason why we don't trust anybody else is because we allow our boundaries to be crossed time and time again. So therefore we lose trust in ourselves. So we say, oh, well, we have a hard time trusting others. That's because we don't trust ourselves, because we've made promises to ourselves that we continue to break, you know? So if you've set a boundary in place, don't allow someone to cross that boundary just because they're your friend, just because they're your family. If you told this person your boundary and they continuously and continuously and continuously cross that boundary, at that point it's on you. But also, you have to understand, if they cross that boundary, like for instance, if I tell my friends, hey, I'm not talking to anybody on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are my days for me. Wednesdays are my self-care days. Wednesdays are this. I like, it's for me. You know what I'm saying? And if my friends don't understand that and they contact me on those days, unless it's an emergency, but if they contact me on those days knowing that I told them this day is for me and me alone and I don't want anything to do with anything, and they continuously um disrupt that peace on that particular day, then they don't respect that boundary. At that point, you have to choose if you're going to allow these people to still be in your life. Now, I do believe in extending grace. Okay. I understand that once you set boundaries in place, especially when, again, you've lived a certain way with people for so long, they're not used to those boundaries. So you do have to allow people to become accustomed to those boundaries. But if you told them your boundary one time and you forgiven them one time for overstepping your boundary, and that second or third or fourth time they continue to do it, at that point, they don't respect you. And one thing that I've had to realize is believe what they show you. Okay. Again, there are moments where people need to learn. And I am all for extending grace, y'all. But at some point, we have to realize some people just don't give a damn. Okay. And we have to realize we've allowed people to not give a damn. So boundaries allow you to choose you first. Period. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because we have to understand, so many people walking on this earth chooses who first? Them. So why is it not okay for you to choose you first? Why is it okay for you to put everybody and everything before you, before your needs, before what you need? And even when it comes to this gonna hurt a lot of people, y'all. This gonna hurt a lot of people, and I might not understand because I don't have kids. But even when it comes to your kids, like, you have to set a boundary in place where if you tell your child, look, and this of course has to be when they're at a certain age to understand, but if you tell your child, hey, this hour right here, say for instance, you've been wanting to work out, you've been wanting to go to the gym, but you don't have time to go to the gym, so you decided to dedicate your workouts at home. So you decided to dedicate an hour each day after you do what you do with your kids. You tell them, hey, I need an hour for this. Do not come interrupt me. If they come interrupt you and you continue to allow that, then at that point, one, you don't care about your own boundary because you've already set that in place. Two, they ain't gonna give a damn about your boundary. So you can't fault them because you don't care. So at some point you have to realize, do I really give a damn about my boundary? You know what I'm saying? We have to stop blaming everything on everybody else and realize we're responsible for our own ish. Period. That might ruffle some feathers, but baby, if it ruffle your feather, then if the shoe fits, like they say. At the end of the day, set boundaries in place. Stick to them, because if you don't stick to them, that's breaking a promise to yourself. And at that point, you're losing trust in yourself. So therefore, you're not going to trust yourself or anybody else around you. And don't expect people to respect your boundaries if you don't respect your own boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, I'm actually kind of feeling these short videos. Like, I love a video that just gets straight to the point. I hate those videos that try to beat around the bush and like do this and do that. It's just like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? So love you. You already know the vibes. This is your girl, Natalie Diane. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If this is a video that you know you just was like, I'm feeling it, sis. Make sure you like it and comment and share it with somebody that you know it will benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because not only am I here to inspire whoever subscribes to my channel, not only am I here to inspire my friends and my family, I am also here to inspire anybody that wants to get this inspiration. Okay? So I love you. Peace. Be good. Mwah.